And we're back. We're going to skip a year to get to the year 1984. And I was about 6. I think I was starting school by this time. Kindergarten? Yeah. So at this time, this was a different time for me. So learning to get on that school bus for the first time with those green, brown, orange, and blue leather seats, the sort of the tan belt buckles with the giant silver buckle, the seat belts. I'm sorry, the seat belts. Sort of that I forget what it's called, but you know what I mean. Those tan seat belts with the silver belt buckles from the 1970s and all that. Going to school, learning how to read and write, learning how to write my letters, learning how to sound out words. That was a long goddamn time ago. So we're going to look at some cartoons, American Bandstand, some Schoolhouse Rock, Time for Timer. I think there's some Computer Fox PSAs. And what were my toys during this time? It is Masters of the Universe. These were the toys I was collecting, and I started to slowly collect them over. Well, I saw some kid have this one in the was it kindergarten? Maybe the first or second grade. I really wanted to get the silver armored He-Man, which was Battle Armor He-Man, the Skeletor, and I'll show you one of the toys I managed to keep throughout the decades. This is a little person from Little People from Fisher Price, and you could tell this is one of the wooden models because later on in the early '80s they made plastic ones. Now they make little weird shaped characters, I think. But this was one of the ones from the 1970s. So I went from this, okay, to He-Man. Shows you the gradation here. All right, let's start. Firestorm. Can't forget Aquaman. Ha ha ha! Dark side of his evil forces. Yep. Oh my god. Look at this. Dark side will be back. Yes. Now this is the penultimate one. This is not the one I would remember much later and much better. This is sort of the bridge between sort of the Jen and Zaina, the Wonder Twins and Glee kind of funny, campy Super Friends to the more legendary Galactic Guardians. That would be in '86. Um, I hope there's more than just the DVD image, please. Yeah, look at that. Fantastic. There's Apache Chief. I forgot this Tornado guy, Sumo guy. That's Black Vulcan. There's Batman and Robin. There's the Wonder Twins. There's Wonder Woman. To the right is Firestorm. I think Hawkman and Aquaman. And they're all together. And I don't think Cyborg was in this yet. I don't think so. Nope. There were it was a fun roller coaster ride. So many different episodes. I think Bizarro was in one. Here is the classic team. Here they are trying to solve a problem. Yeah, so there's, you have different ethnicities. This was diversity done right, not trying to call too much attention to itself. Original characters, nothing woke, nothing broke, but entertaining all the same. I mean, people said The Little Mermaid was recently good. There's Lex Luthor's '80s armor. That's great. But I think this is from the Galactic Guardians. And there's Darkseid. It's like he's made a fart joke and said, "Oh nope, it was this guy. This guy did it." Some sort of fart joke that went wrong. But Lex Luthor knows better. He knows that Darkseid farted. And what is this? This is Fat Marvin. What is this? A lot of things happen there. There's oh yes, you have the Power Runnels. I remember these two from all the way back to this, even before the CW, even before all the specials. Look at all these people together. Look at that, and Super Friends. Actually, it would go all the way to 86, I think. I could be wrong, but I think it went all the way to 86. These are all the characters. I don't ever remember seeing Plastic Man in Super Friends. If anybody ever saw Plastic Man in the Super Friends cartoon, tell me, because I don't think I ever saw him in that. It's entirely possible, but I don't remember that. I remember everybody else but Plastic Man. Plastic Man was in his own goddamn cartoon. He had nothing to do. So this was like, I really wanted to go back and watch these cartoons as early as the 90s, because we had moved from this to Batman the Animated Series and X-Men, and then maybe the Spider-Man cartoon in 94, that I wanted to go back. Like, this was to me was nostalgia, even back in the early 90s. And now it's just long forgotten with, I don't know what's passing for animation now. Good stories we're looking forward to. Anyway, let's move on to Schoolhouse Rock if we can.
With 12 digits, I mean fingers, he probably would have invented 2 more digits when he invented his number system. Then, if he'd saved the 0 for the end. Now, if man had been born with 6 fingers on each hand, he'd probably count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, deck, L, do. Toes, I hope you wear. Must be
Psychedelic.
planet where you dwell.
This is one of those weird psychedelic ones that I remember the most. It's great. So let's go to some commercials while he's flying off into outer space with DMT and LSD. Ha ha ha! McDonald Land at McDonald's. Wow, we're not getting sound yet. Robo Force. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna make up the commercial here. I don't remember these at all. I'm sorry. Nope, don't remember these. They look familiar, but they're not familiar to me at all. Oh, you can stick them to the damn ceiling. All separately. From Ideal. I don't know what the hell happened to them. Aha. Why do I remember this? Oh my god. I haven't seen this in decades! Holy shit! Oh my god. I have not seen this. This is the first time since I was a child that I am recording this live, right? No way. Holy shit. You can't see the look on my face right now. My brain buried this. My brain cells buried this memory. Holy shit. Oh my god, that's right. What the fuck? Okay, let's go to the next cartoon. This is when I think Dick Clark was doing the narration here. Gotta remember that. Remember this.
Earth, the 23rd century.
Ah,
a time
yes.
of robots and aliens.
Check that
And
out.
of destruction and terror. Can the Galactic Patrol, defender of the
Yeah.
United
I didn't
States,
see much of this at all.
Uber Umbra?
So
You bet they can.
they're about it. I used some of this in my Metal Men fan movie, I guess, fan slideshow.
Versatile port. Elusive moon. Oh, the master of the elements.
That's Gary Owens there, also known as Blue Falcon and Laugh-In for those of you who are really old. Oh yeah, the Champions. They remind me of the Metal Men. It was like the Metal Men in outer space. Yeah, the Mighty Orbots. So think of him like the Metal Men in space. And now, well, for a long time, Warner Brothers has owned these characters. it's a dramatic shift, I would say, from what we were used to in the early 80s with the Richie Rich, the Little Rascals, Fonz, Morgan Mindy, Laverne and Shirley, all those campy, quaint, like Hallmark looking cartoons. And now we get into anime, and then you see the robots running around. And this was a very different time. Thundercats, Silverhawks, we got into all this stuff, all these things here, all of this. This was changing. Soon we would be upon the Ewoks and the droids, but that would probably be for next time. But look at all this. This is their transformation. So, like, even the Metal Men transformed into one big robot. I mean, this is kind of like as close as you're going to get to like a Metal Men type of show because they're like the last rung on the ladder of DC superhero. That's the way I see it. I mean, I thought they were cool. I thought there was the scientist is played voiced by the guy who does Donatello, Ninja Turtles. So there's all kinds of cool shit here. I don't understand much of it, but it looks great. There's Mighty Mouse. Let's go on to some PSAs.
Reported. I'm talking to you from inside a fantastic factory. Your digestive system.
Oh my
You know what
gosh.
we build here? You. Not out of wood or metal, but out to eat.
Oh my
Down
god.
to your feet. Things like
What's he
meat,
made out of?
and fish you need
What's he
to
supposed
build
to
up
be
muscle
anyway?
tissue. Uh-oh. Hello.
A
Appetite
booger?
control. More protein. We need
Shit.
energy.
What's he made of?
Playing tennis today, you know. Whoops. All these moments and so on. What's left
Get over.
forms the building blocks you need
Indeed, to grow on.
are what you swallow so that next time you feel
Or
or
6
6 foot
foot athlete.
or you really are
What you eat.
Which any time of day is a treat. So to keep your mom from grumbling and stop that stomach rumbling and keep your legs from stumbling when you play, you gotta eat some kind of breakfast every day.
This is ABC. She came in search
Ah, yep. I remember.
I think I recognize the costume.
from the producers of Superman, starring Faye Dunaway, Peter O'Toole, and Ellen Slater.
Oh yeah, this didn't work out for her very well.
PG.
I do think this was better than Wonder Woman 84.
Banner check on a top secret case late tonight.
Oh yeah, Autobots.
Return after these messages.
I see a couple more commercials. It's got the Schoolhouse Rock thing going on. What is this? Constructs. Yeah. I'm just rocking my head. Constructs. Dad's like, what the fuck? What's this kid doing? That's Elon Musk as a kid.
New space constructs with pieces that
Little Elon Musk come up with all kinds of shit. Constructs. What's this?
Monster! It's a monster. A big new Stomper monster.
Stomper, yep.
Batteries not included. Slide the driver behind the
Oh
wheel
yeah,
and
that's
you
what.
can watch its rugged
I mean, nowadays you just see RC cars. They just go over stuff. They kind of look cheap, but this kind of. I mean, these toys looked more authentic than the other ones are just cheap as shit.
Sold separately from Shopper.
Let's see the next one. See if it's any good.
Return after these messages.
Let's go on to the next cartoon. Yeah, this one. I barely remembered it. I just barely remembered this stuff. I'm like, I think this came out of like maybe like what American Werewolf in London, where the kid would turn into a werewolf, and this kid turns into a car. I'm like, whatever, this is okay, I guess. Yeah, the music, the sort of Ruby Spears stuff going on. Whatever. I mean, there was something not too appealing about this. I don't think it lasted too long by the time I was reaching the age of reason. And yet somehow I remember this like I remember the Muppet Show. You know, da 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 da. I mean, there was just things that my sisters collected too that I kind of remembered through them. The Atari 2600, the 8-track tape player, the records, the wood grain, all that stuff. I mean, I just remember, like Mark Bustler, Classic Gamer, remembers that fondly. Like I remember it here and there, bits and pieces. Let's see if I can find that PSA. Otherwise, it's going to be more commercials. There's not much more I can give you on this topic.
Your way. Computers?
For paying bills?
Mothers too?
Ah, humbug.
Wow. Let me try it.
I think we should be all right showing this.
Stella, you shouldn't have. Harriet, computers are everywhere, and it's time the Prince family had one.
Computers are mere toys.
No, I think Paul's right, Foxworthy. Computers are a part of everyone's life.
There you go. This is
We
1985.
learned how computers help planes take off and land safely.
My class saw how computers help firemen get to fires faster.
And Harriet, there may be a computer talking to you at the new supermarket. Even our uses computers, and computers help predict the weather. And the newest elevators
Maybe.
are computerized. Right, Stanley?
Yeah.
Move without computers? Oh, digital watches are computers too.
Oh, there you go.
Time for your dental appointment, Foxworthy.
Oh shit. Where'd she get that
Computers
smartwatch?
are everywhere.
Where'd she get that smartwatch? That's cheating. What's going on here? Three Musketeers. This is before the silver wrapper. When they were just had a white, red, blue. I remember the silver, the commercial when they were advertising it. And it would have the saxophone cartoon guy going da 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 da. I remember. It's like something you just don't forget ever. Golden Grams. I think they still sell them, don't they? Or did they get lost in the shuffle of things? Yeah, you could hear that this is the 80s beats of things. The energy. It's like, look what happens when you eat cereal, everybody. You kind of win, but you really lost. We got Turbo Teen. Let's skip that. I see orange.
With High-C fruit drinks, you get a full day supply of vitamin C.
After this commercial, I'm gonna show you two cartoons back to back.
You're gonna love High-C.
Haha! Too much work.
Action. And the excitement continues when you join Dirk the Daring in his quest to find the Dragon Slayer, Saturdays this fall on ABC.
Getter would even come close.
Did you say my name? Dirk, were you and Sir Hubert talking about birthday presents by any chance?
No, Your Highness. It was just Sir Hubert Blunt boasting what a great gift he got you.
Oh, Sir...
I couldn't remember much about this when I was a kid. I mean, obviously I know better now, but when I was a kid, I couldn't tell the difference between the video game and the cartoon. I always thought Don Bluth did everything, or it was like, maybe it was this cartoon that turned into a game, but it was a game that turned into a cartoon. As I learned later on in my 30s, you know, I didn't understand what this was all about. I mean, the first time I really saw anything of Don Bluth was All Dogs Go to Heaven, and that was a great cartoon. I mean, he used to work for Disney, but like I think he did Sleeping Beauty. So a lot of his great ideas, and so there's some fond memories. Maybe some of you have, but I don't have as many fond memories of this. I must think that maybe someday there'll be a Dragon's Lair movie. There must be. I mean, who would play that? Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt plays every damn. I mean, Chris Pratt could easily. I mean, maybe Chris Evans. Who knows? I mean, it's just something. But I have the 8-bit game though. I love that Capcom game on my Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. I should play some of this for you all, if you like. And here's the other cartoon I think you all remember. This cartoon kind of debuted at the same time as Pac-Man and stuff like that. Pac-Man and Rubik's Cube. And it had Latinos, like Latino representation. Rubik's Cube, yep. It was like at the time of E.T. extraterrestrial and shit.
My name is Rubik.
Stop it. This is what they would do.
Then a hilarious conspiracy.
They would talk about like what shows are coming up tonight. I remember this as well as the Hanna-Barbera logo. This is Schoolhouse Rock, but this is from the early 80s. Yeah, this is all part of the Schoolhouse Rock stuff.
When school lets out, I race right home. I'm faster than the bus.
It had a short life, but I don't remember much of this at all. But when I looked back at, I believe it was the 20th anniversary. No, it was the 25th anniversary of Schoolhouse Rock, and they were like pictures of these clips in books. This is at Tower Records. I found this book. I never bought it though. Yeah, this is so long ago. I don't even remember this. Do you all remember this? Yep, that's when they used 5-inch floppy. I remember my first computer. They had these 5-inch floppy disks, and you would stick them into a vertical slot in the computer, and it was just like they looked like slideshows. It was so simple. I remember a Disney one where you would make your own Disney comic strips, like Garfield. You had like 3 panels, and then you would make your own funny comic strips. I really enjoyed those. I miss those times. I really fucking do. I don't miss the 5-inch floppy so much. Care Bears. I'll watch a couple more, and then I'll show the rest of these cartoons.
Welcome to our treehouse level up there. You too, Funtime Bear. Rise and shine, bedtime bear.
I just don't remember that Schoolhouse Rock cartoon. That was the last ones. I think they showed them in Canada as well. But they were so obscure that you didn't see any more new ones until... Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the... I think Disney probably owns it, whatever. 83.
Hi, I'm Linda Fradiani. Winning a silver medal in the Winter Olympics was a thrill of a lifetime.
And Disney wasn't even like a huge presence yet. There's Mickey Mouse. We couldn't see ABC without Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, right? But I understand that Disney owned ABC way, way later.
We're also performing with the best, most talented skaters in the world at Walt
Oh my God.
Kingdom on Ice.
No Bob Iger. I don't even think Michael Eisner was there yet. The Disney family somehow was running things. Alright, let's look at the rest of the cartoons. This is Wolf Rock TV. This is Wolfman Jack. It's like a variety show. Some sort of adventure show, I guess. Yep. So this is like the 80s jazz here. Notice that it's just Daphne and Shaggy. Kind of thinks what should make you think what's going on there, right? Makes you think that maybe Freddie and Velma were together. So they're scrappy.
Special secret.
I can't say how many times now. This aired in '83, right? But this aired so many times throughout the '80s, the '90s, the 2000s, I think. It was like the last cartoon you would see on ABC. Even with One Saturday Morning and the Pepper Ann, the Doug, and Darkwing Duck, all the Disney stuff. So I don't know, it lived a long time. This is Weekend Special. What is this? A different twist. A slightly less boring show. Let's see if I can recognize any of these people. No, and no. No, they sing above average. No, they sing average. So I thought it was Nancy Drew.
Are you thinking of doing?
See, I thought that was Taraji P. Henson there. That's not Taraji P. Henson, I think, right? No?
Oh wow! No, you're not. It'll never work. It's gotta work.
If that's Taraji P. Henson, I'll be like, what the fuck? Let's all sing and dance, because we're actors. We gotta be in the characters.
You partners are a team for the next week. You run
See, it's not that hard to do a show like this.
dance routines. You look out.
Get to jump around and shit.
Chris, you're gonna have to.
This was like the last thing before American Bandstand. Oh my god, this is unbearable. I'm just skipping ahead.
Working out like I thought.
Alright, it's enough.
I've been trying to tell you, I'm not.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Big deal, Chris.
Come on.
Remember how you kept saying you thought you knew me? You do.
Come on. Can't you detect it's a girl?
I sit in front of you in Glee Club.
What a sneaky thing to do.
Come on. You can't tell it's a female.
I didn't mean to.
If you suddenly had feelings for this guy, then he's like, oh, it's a girl. Okay.
And then
Which is a whole other topic.
boys only, and oh, thank you. Thanks, Steve Burrito.
Okay then. Whatever. All right, let's get to American Bandstand. There's Dick Clark. There was a story I saw that Andrew Dice Clay, Dick Clark was trying to talk him off stage, and I think it was at Arsenio Hall, and then Andrew Dice Clay did some toxic. He did his usual stand-up, right? It was kind of toxic, and then Dick Clark proceeded to go and beat the shit out of him, and what's his face? Arsenio held him back. He's like, "Arr," you know. He didn't like Andrew. He did not like Andrew Dice Clay one damn fucking bit. Yep. It's 80s groove now. It's no more 70s groove. That stupid hat. Anyway. Anybody singing here? There we go. How about these girls? Yeah, that's 84, right? We had the 84 Olympics. I live in Los Angeles. I remember the bald eagle with the top hat, like Uncle Sam, and he carried the torch. That bald eagle was the mascot for the Los Angeles Olympics. That was a different time. All right, let's do some conclusions here. Let's wrap it up. Another Lost Saturday Morning has come and gone. I hope you had fun watching this as I did posting this. Hopefully I don't get copyright claimed again. I didn't get copyright claimed the last week. And hopefully I don't this week. We'll have more. We're going to skip to 86. Then we'll get into some 88s and 89s. The 90s will be a little more sparse, and the 2000s will be more or less. And then we'll probably wrap it up with the 2010s, a more depressing part of that of our era, when we had the last of the Saturday morning cartoons, and then we moved on to this other shit. And now let's end it on with this weird commercial here of McDonald's. Oh my God, this is the good time and great taste. The Big Mac Bop. Like the Flintstones Bop. That was, what, in 91? Anyway, if you like this video, if it's good enough for you, you see those buttons below, you know what to do. Until the next week, at McDonald's.